Hello Dollar General friends! In this video, I'm going to show you over 50 visuals of penny items that you can be looking for at Dollar General. On August 8th, there was a Friday penny list, and it was just the gray star socks and the gray diamond socks. They were going to a penny, but it turns out they decided to put a lot of surprise pennies out for us to look for. So there's a ton of new penny items to be looking for. I was super excited about this yesterday morning, and I did manage to go shopping, so I will be putting out a penny shopping video soon to show you my haul of the things that I got. Of course, the thing I'm always most excited about is candles. Whenever candles go to 90% off or to a penny, I start hunting for them. I love having a stockpile of candles in my house, so when I saw candles on the list yesterday, I was immediately ready to go shopping before Dollar General even opened. If you're looking for these items, I'm going to tell you a few places I think you need to check. Of course, you need to check the clearance section, wherever your store puts the things that are discontinued with yellow and orange stickers. Almost every store has a section full of stuff like that. That's where you're going to find the majority of these items. That's usually where they put any kind of candles or cleaner type items that are on clearance. That's where they put stuff like that. Sometimes stores will have a clearance rack, but they usually try to put food on that because they're not supposed to put food where they put cleaner. But let's face it, a lot of stores do that because, they don't always follow the rules. They don't always know the rules or have time to follow the rules, I guess. But I would suspect if you're looking for this stuff, the actual clearance section on an aisle is where you're most likely to find it. But then also, since there are a lot of candles on this list, I want to remind you to make sure you check the regular candle section, because a lot of stores just, when the candle section gets reset, they leave the older candles there, so you might find them mixed in with the newer candles. If you go over there and find a candle that doesn't match the tag, you might want to scan it with your Dollar General app. As with any other time that you're penny shopping or clearance shopping at Dollar General, it is always a great idea that the first thing you do when you get there is open your Dollar General app and make sure you have the address at the top of the screen set to the correct store that you're going into, and then use the barcode scanner at the top of the screen to scan any item that you plan on picking up so you can make sure that it is ringing up a penny. It should be ringing up 0.00, and that means when you get to the register, it will be a penny. I do want to mention though, the app is not always 100% accurate. It does glitch sometimes. I was in a store yesterday and the app kept glitching. Every single item I picked up and scanned, it was saying it was 0.00, but what I noticed is when it is actually a penny, it will show up the item description, and sometimes it will show up the picture of the item. But if it's glitching out, it will say 0.00, but it won't give you an actual description or a picture of the item you scanned, and that's how you know it's not actually a penny. I had to close out the app and reopen it, and that would usually make it start working again. But just be kind of wary, make sure you're really paying attention if the app is showing you what you actually scanned, or if it's just saying everything is a penny. If you're worried your app isn't working right, grab something that you know is full price and scan it, and if it comes up a penny, you might want to close out your app and restart it and hope that it works better. I know that's a random weird thing to think about, but that happened to me yesterday. And sometimes when you're excited and trying to get a bunch of pennies, it's hard to not think, oh, let me throw it in the cart. Let me throw it in the cart. It's like, wait, stop, look at the app. Maybe every single thing you're scanning should not be a penny. Sometimes computer things just don't work. Let's face it. We all know this, especially when it comes to the Dollar General app or the Dollar General registers. Sometimes they just don't work right. But as I was saying, the regular candle section is definitely somewhere you want to look for these candles and scan the ones that don't say they belong there, that don't match the price tag label that's in front of them. If they're a different scent, scan them in case they're an older candle that's gone to a penny. And usually, in I think almost every Dollar General that I go in, the regular candle section is at the end of the NCI aisle, which is the aisle that has a lot of kitchen stuff. Usually the wall art, lamps, things like that are over there. And usually at the end, near the floral stems and things where the fake flowers are, a lot of Dollar Generals have a bunch of random candles in that section. So you really need to make sure that you're checking that section if you're trying to find the penny candles. I got lucky with a lot of candles that way yesterday. It's one of the items I was really hoping to find, and I did pretty well and got me a little pile of penny candles. So I definitely think you should look on that aisle every time you go in a Dollar General for the next, little while. I know eventually the surprise pennies become harder to find, but if you haven't been in that store yesterday, you're going to want to check that section and make sure you clear it for penny candles right now. One of the easier ways to figure out which candles aren't a penny or are a penny is to look at the bottom, and if they have a shape, then they are probably not a penny. I've seen a lot of purple dot candles and green dot summer candles mixed in with the candles over there. So usually the ones with the symbols, right now, those are going to be full price or maybe on sale, buy one get one free, but they are not going to be a penny. The ones that have pennied out are from the regular section that do not have a symbol on the price tag. So that's one way to kind of help you figure out which ones you're looking for. And then also I wanted to mention the small jar candles. There are some that are perfectly circular shaped. Those I found were a penny, but if you find them and they're more of a polygon shape with straight edges, they are full price candles. That's just something I noticed. I also wanted to mention that there are a lot of shirts that have gone to a penny, and the ones on the regular aisle look exactly like the ones that have gone to a penny, only they just have a different barcode, so that's incredibly confusing. You might check the regular shirt section of your store and try to find some of the older shirts mixed in, but the ones that you're looking for have been there for a long time, so they're probably going to be moved to the clearance section. But it's always nice to look in both places, but don't be surprised if it looks like the exact same shirt, but it is not the exact same price. You definitely have to pay very close attention. Let me know in the comments, guys. Have you been penny shopping yet? What kind of stuff are you finding? What kind of stuff are you hoping to find? I hope this video helps you out a ton. I hope you find a ton of penny items this week. And until next time, bye.